Okay, I got my microphone set up, playing some music. Can you guys hear me okay? Let me know. Test, test, 1, 2. How's the mic sound? How's the audio? Anybody? Test, test. Thanks, David. Okay. Let me turn down the music here a wee bit. Okay. I love this song, Going, Going, Gone, by the 126ers from the YouTube Audio Library. Damon, hello. Yeah. Yeah, check out the YouTube Audio Library. There's some free music on there to check out. If you just want to listen to it, it's most of it, I believe, is free to download. And yeah. Okay. Well, for tonight, first of all, welcome to another unscheduled live event here on the Total OS Today Technology channel. My name is Carmine. Welcome aboard. Basically, for tonight, something different. I was spring cleaning, and I came across a little piece of history. I still have it. It was my very first MP3 player called a Samsung YEPP. And I'll show you here in a second. But basically, well, it says here on Wikipedia, the Samsung YEPP was Samsung Electronics digital audio player. I believe the first one. This was, I picked mine up back in 2000. It says here, let's see, most of their brands retired, or in 2011. From then on, the MP3 players were simply branded Samsung until 2013. And YEPP stands for Youth, Energetic, Passionate Person. Hey, that's what they called it back then. There's some history here. I won't go through all of this, but I believe this won some kind of a digital award. Now, keep in mind, this was before the time of the a couple years before the iPod, and of course a few more years before the iPhone. So you can catch more information here, but let me do this. Give me 1 second here. Hi, Jackie. Yeah, no problem. This is last minute unscheduled live event. So let's see if I can bring up the camera. Give me 1 second. Okay. Can you guys see that okay? Can you guys see this? This is the Samsung YEPP. This is the original. It is now 17 years old. Okay, David, thank you. You can see it. Okay, MC, hello. Well, just to give you some perspective, this is what it looks like. Bad Wolf remembers that. Okay. This is what it looks like in my hand. Okay, let's give you more perspective here. I think it had a 3-line screen, scrolling screen here. The controls: play, fast forward, and rewind, play, stop, fast forward, and rewind. You have some buttons here for record, repeat, A/B. A built-in microphone right here. Some controls on the side for volume, lock or hold, and repeat and EQ right here on the side. This side you have I don't know where the cable's at. You had one, Bad Wolf. Okay, did it work for you? It worked for me. But right here was a serial port. And here, this worked off of two AAA batteries. They go right in there. And I couldn't get this to work. I think what happened, one of the batteries leaked, and one of the contacts inside there is corroded. It may not focus, but yeah, one of the contacts in there is corroded. I'll have to get like a teeny weeny brush or maybe a Q-tip, some alcohol, and try to clean it. But I popped in fresh batteries, and it broke after I bought it back. Okay, and I could not get this thing to turn on. But still going through the quick tour here. This is the clip. Of course, the little lock lever here. This took expandable, a smart card. I think they called them flash cards back in the day. And I believe with the internal memory, I got to think now, but I believe, well, first of all, with the two AAA batteries, I believe it was 10 hours of play. Not a lot, of course. This is going back 99, 2000, and I believe the internal storage was 64 megabytes. That's megabytes. Well, yeah, and I think you could play up to an hour of music, basically maybe a CD, well, more than a CD. And when I first got this years ago, I thought, well, this is cool, because when I lived in Florida, I would go walking or jogging, and yeah, Bad Wolf, that sounds about right. Yeah, and you know, back then I would have my portable CD player with anti-skip technology, digital something technology, and I would carry that with me. Of course, it was bulkier and two AA batteries. And I thought, well, if I have this is like half the weight, if not less. And I thought, man, this is so cool. I don't have to carry my big, bulky, portable CD. And it's a whole hour of music. Wow. I know. Yeah, Damon, that's right. CF, compact flash cards. Yeah, that's what they were called. Yeah, CF. Thank you. So this would play about an hour of music with the internal memory. You could record like personal notes on this. I mean, it wasn't very high quality back then in terms of note taking. It was a huge deal back then. Absolutely, Bad Wolf. And I used it quite a bit for a few years. I'm trying to think. I stopped using this. You guys may remember, and maybe that's another piece of history for the next live event. Some of you guys might remember the Microsoft Zune that was supposed to be the iPod killer. Man, what a joke that was, right? I still have it. It works. So that's a 30 gigabyte player, and that one I paid like $100. It was a refurbished, which was a good deal. But this was my very first one, and you know, for a few years I was quite happy with it. Of course, now the technology has all changed. It seems like 99% of the people who use their smartphones, they still sell iPods. I think they do. Yeah, probably do. iPod Nano Classic. But back then, at around 2000, this was one of the huge deals. I believe another company back then that was popular for MP3 players was Creative, something called the Creative Zen Player or something. I'm not sure if they still make them. But this one won an award. Let me read this real quick here. Yeah, the EISA, it says here on the sticker, the International Internet Audio Award for 1999. And again, this was before the explosion of portable digital audio players. And if I can clean out the contacts here, battery contacts in there, I think I can get this thing to work. Nomad player, yeah. So if I can get the contact clean, pop in some AAA battery, see if it works. I think I had some music here. The headphone jack, it did come And I think the headphones, I still have them somewhere. Very nice, lightweight, high quality headphones. But I remember using this as a note taker, primarily as a music player. The Samsung YEPP. So what do you guys use now for portable CD players? Or do you just use a smartphone? Q-Tip CLR, okay. Fidel Arnold, hello, welcome. Yeah, Fidel, I was just this is an unscheduled live event talking about a piece of history. My first MP3 player, the Samsung YEPP, 64 megabytes. Ooh, hang on, I'm going to. I think my audio is spiking. Give me 1 second. Okay, I think that's a little better. Anyway. Gecko, the lizard, hello. I have my Creative Zen Vision M30, okay. Have the mods to use SD cards up to 120 megabytes. I'm hacking it this summer. Oh, okay. Gigabytes, okay. Yeah. Work a 250 MP3 player and elsewhere, phone and Bluetooth. I think once the $2.50. Okay. I think once the 2007, once the iPhone came out, that changed everything, right? I think so. Bad Wolf was having chest. Oh no! Hey, Bad Wolf, that could be serious. Don't take that for granted. Yeah, chest pains can be potentially very serious. Very serious. So yeah. I wish I could get this to power on and show you the scrolling screen, but anyway, piece of history, the Samsung YEPP. Dell says it had those kind of pains. Yeah, absolutely. Don't take that for granted, man. Yeah. You know, it seems like you have heart issues. Okay. It seems like most of us, it seems, will take better care of our cars than we do of ourselves. Seems that way anyway. So, but yeah, don't mess around with that. So, if anybody's watching or joining late, this is an unscheduled live event here on the Total OS Today Technology channel, a piece of live history. My very first MP3 player. I have this. I have a, I got the Microsoft Zune. Does anybody remember the Sony mini disc? Does that ring a bell? Let's do a quick search for that. It was a flop. Yeah, I think in the beginning they were cool. You know, mini CDs, mini discs. Joe Panico, hello, Joe. Welcome aboard. Yeah, glad I finally caught. Yeah, man, I'm gonna try and do these on a more regular basis. This one, Joe, if you tuned in late, unscheduled live event. I was spring cleaning today, and I came across my Samsung YEPP, my very first MP3 player. With the same route as laser discs. Yeah, Bad Wolf. Let's do a quick search here for Sony mini disc. There we go. And that is what they look like. Well, some of them. The first one was released in 1992. Wow, I didn't know it was that early. That's interesting. I picked up mine, I think, in 98, 99. Now, the mini disc size, say this the same. These got smaller, the actual player, and I still have it somewhere. So maybe for the next live history event, I'll do one on the Sony mini disc or Zune. David says, by current music player, probably between my HTC One Max phone and actually three of them, David. The phone, the Microsoft Zune, and a SanDisk player. Anybody have a SanDisk player? Joe says, you finally smartened up and clicked the little bell to tell me. Yeah, there is a, I believe it's to the right, there is a little, where next to subscribe there is a little symbol of a bell. If you click that, that will alert you to when I am on. That's exactly correct. I should mention that before. Man, I keep forgetting things. But yeah, Joe, that's exactly what it is. The Betamax, yes. Sure. The Betamax was actually superior to the VHS, but the VHS, the VCR won because I believe because one of the reasons was the longer recording time. Gecko the Lizard, hello. You bought your mini disc in 2007, the last batch. Okay. Does it still work? So these here, let's see. Magneto-optical disc, yep. 74 minutes and later 80 minutes, yeah. Sounds about right. September of 92. 8-track audio data compression. I remember that. And they stopped making these in 2013. Wow, that late. Wow. Yeah, some history here. Yeah, mine, I don't see a picture of mine. It's in storage somewhere. Man, this thing is huge. Look at this one here to the right. Whew. But anyway. Actually, mine looks probably something like I'm trying to think here. It's silver, remember that? Yeah, mine's gonna look probably closest to this one here, this one in the middle. So yeah, 2 AA batteries. Yeah, maybe we'll talk about that next time. How many paisa? I don't know. How many other Italians in the chat? The mini disc could hold more than a DVD. I don't know. Man, this thing's huge. If this is the original one, take a look at that. Yep. Fidel says, hate missing your live stream, so tonight I had to hunt you down. I'm just joking. Okay. Yeah, like I said, this was an unscheduled one. I was doing some cleaning today, and I'm like, oh, there it is. My first MP3. I have some fond memories of it. You know, living down in Florida and jogging at night, playing it. You know, and yeah, times have changed. Of course, like I said, nowadays I'm sure a lot of people usually use their smartphones. It's a matter of convenience, but I don't use it a lot because if I go walking, I'm scared I'll drop it or it might fall out of my pocket. So I'll take my Zune or my SanDisk player, which is here somewhere. Yeah. I'm going to post a link here in the chat. If you guys would like to support me on Patreon so I can do more live events at different time zones, you can just use that. That'll help out the channel. Even for $1 a month, it all adds up. So if I'm going to do more of these, I really should get a larger monitor. But yeah, if you would like to support the channel, please do. Let me go back and I have the SanDisk player here somewhere. I'll tell you what, guys, give me 1 minute, 1 second, I'll be right back. Okay, I found my other SanDisk player. Excuse me. Which one is for you, Toss, today? The Windows 7 or Windows 10? Well, Fidel, I have to admit, between the two, I think Windows 10 runs smoother. It runs better. You know, we've talked about this. I don't care for the politics of it. But yeah. Bad Wolf, you should mention you need a bigger money on karma. Yeah, actually, I do. If I can get enough support on the channel, that's going to be my next investment. I have a smaller 19-inch monitor or so. It gets the job done, but for these live events, I really need something bigger. So yeah, so if you would like to support the channel, go ahead over to Patreon or even PayPal. Thank you. Joe says, I finally switched over to Ubuntu Mate 16.04 and then upgraded to 17.04. Okay. Loving it. Even the multi-monitor support hasn't been bad. Very good, Joe. Excellent. Run 3, I'm considering to a 34-inch widescreen. That's pretty big. I actually have my... I have a 40-inch widescreen TV, but that's a little bit too big. I'm leaning more towards, you know, the 30-inch size, 32, maybe even slightly smaller. All I know is what I use now for live streams is a little bit on the small side. I can do it, but yeah, I really need to upgrade at least that kind of equipment. But yeah, it's great, Joe, that my gold standard for Linux, at least for beginners, Ubuntu Mate 16.04 is working great for you. Excellent, Joe. All right, so let's see. Give me 1 second here, guys. Let's see if I can power this up. Bad Wolf says you gave one away yesterday. Was an Asus 27-inch. Yeah, I think 27-inch is probably what I'm looking for. I use all my screen real estate now, and 34-inch works well. Okay, cool. Internet security do you use for your setup? As far as my Windows 10 machine, I think I talked about this the other night. I use the built-in Windows Defender firewall. I use Malwarebytes, Fidel. And I believe my Linksys router also has a built-in firewall. And right now, that is the extent of my security. Of course, I avoid suspicious sites in both Windows and or Linux. Sometimes I've tested sandboxing, Fidel, but that tends to slow things down. But I think for people like me or people who use a little bit of common sense, generally speaking, security should not be an issue. Of course, if you use Linux, I think you'll be a little bit more secure, if you guys can agree with that. But that's what I do. So I run virus scans quite often, malware in general, meaning the Windows Defender and the Malwarebytes. Sometimes I'll use super anti-spyware. There's some other ones I can't think of the top of my head, and I've been pretty clean so far. So what do you guys use? And I use the if I'm using Opera browser, I'll use the built-in VPN. No matter what OS you're on, as safe as you. Well, once again, Bad Wolf, once you get on the web, all bets are off as far as privacy or security. It's that simple. Kaspersky, yes, I've tested that before I use it. It's very good. I think there's a version of that for Android, David. True bad, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so I got this other one fired up here. Give me 1 second. That's what I'm saying. Okay. Give me 1 second here. Okay, so I showed you the Samsung YEPP, my first MP3 player. And we'll just do a comparison. And this is I use this, the Sansa. I could not think of the name. Mini MP3 player. And that's what I usually use. Either that, my Microsoft Zune. You can see that, but or my smartphone. ESET's good too, yes. Yeah, That's more than sufficient. No one will get through a 16-inch thick door until you open. Okay. Web of Trust, yep, I've heard of that browser extension, yeah. Fidel says, you love the Sansa Fuse. That's what that's called, isn't it? The Fuse. I couldn't think of it. Yeah, I don't know if they still make these, but this has a micro card slot up to, I forget how many gigs, but this holds hours. I think this has an FM tuner. So when you compare it to the Zune, to the YEPP, yeah. I mean, it works, and really, that's all that I need. Every once in a while, I'll grab my portable. I have several portable CD players. I got a Sony and something else. Sometimes I'll grab that if there's a specific CD I want to play on the run or walking, and I mean, it works. But normally it's going to be, like I said, this one or my Zune. I should one of these nights or days I'll do a special live event on why the Microsoft Zune failed. Not the hardware or so much as the promoting of it. I guess part of it's the hardware, but I really like this. Lightweight. This has a rechargeable battery, but flywheel control. Very user-friendly. You know, we talk. You know, here on the when we talk about Linux and operating systems, user-friendly, very user-friendly. That's it. You missed the old days. I remember the Sony Walkman. Absolutely, yeah. Sure. Yep. I remember the original tape player Sony Walkman. Do you think Linux will be as good as Windows in the near future as gaming? Fidel, Linux has the potential to be good for anything, not just gaming, but I thought by now it would have reached that level, but it has not, Fidel. So I don't know. I think there is the potential in the future, yes. And I think what's holding Linux back is a mass-marketed Linux desktop, not a Chromebook, you know, like a laptop, but a full-feature desktop. And I think it has to be, at least, it has to be a combination of Android, Chrome OS. Bad Wolf says you got yours in the 80s. Sure. I remember. They still make portable tape players, but I don't think Sony does. Yeah. Only thing this is missing here is Bluetooth, but hey, it works. Dying Light, Alien Isolation, Arnold Arc are better on Linux. Really? Better on Linux? Alien Isolation is a great game. Someone on YouTube posted the entire, all the missions on it, and just playing it, no talking. It almost plays like an extended movie. But the Alien Isolation, I think, would have been a great movie. Yeah. If Linux gets better, they will knock Windows out of the window. Well, it has the potential, but you know, I think gaming and Windows, it's a perfect marriage, like spaghetti and spaghetti sauce, right? Yes, better on Linux. Okay. You have videos on it? Okay, cool. I mean, I have played some games on Linux, not a lot. It seems okay. But I usually play my Xbox or Windows 10. Hiding in Lockers Edition. Oh. I'm not sure what that means. Anyway, okay, so that's my brief history on, not that, but the Samsung YEPP. All I do is hide in lockers. I guess that's fun. I understand, yeah. Yeah, the Alien Isolation game, you had to defeat the alien more with your wits, it seems. American Truck Simulator. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. The Xenomorph scared the bejesus out of me. Yeah. I think the next Alien movie that comes out in May, Alien Covenant, from the previews I've seen, it looks freaking awesome. Yeah. Let's do this. Speaking of gaming on Linux. Let's do a search. I think I needed all that need to be said for my Samsung. Yep. Thank you for all of you who joined in tonight in the last minute. It's always fun to talk to other people. I'll be 51 in August and I'm afraid of a dang game. Well, hey, that means that the game is good, Bad Wolf, so that means you got your money's worth, right? That's how I see it. So, yeah. Let's see what we got here. Linux does continue to lag behind Windows in the world of gaming. Let's check this out. If you guys have any other comments about MP3 players or whatever, feel free to post them in the chat. Outlast. I've not played that. Let's see what it says about gaming here. Linux is more popular than it's ever been, but it has failed to capture a huge share of the personal computer market. Yeah, Windows 10 dominates. Apple. It's free, better security. Speaking of security, drivers included. Well, usually software repositories. There's GNOME Shell. That's what Ubuntu's going to look like, for better or for worse. Anything where gaming continues to improve. Okay. Run. I saw that. 3 choices. Run, hide, die. Yeah. Let's see here real quick. I must admit Linux does continue to lag behind Windows in the world of gaming. However, I would say it's about equal to gaming on the Mac. That is really thanks to Steam and SteamOS. This system built on Linux has allowed many developers to port their games to Linux systems so you can play them without Windows. Every day we get more and more titles released for the platform, and it looks like it's getting better. Still, there is a long way to go, but if you make the switch, you will be able to play a lot of different games. So, yeah, I agree completely with those thoughts on gaming. If we can get a mass-marketed Linux desktop with the proper graphics drivers, and developers can make money off of it, companies, I think the future has the potential to look very good for Linux. But right now, I got to stick with Windows. You know, as far as PC gaming, because it just works. So yeah. You will run. Ran so far and fast that you uninstalled the game? Oh, come on. Did you really? I thought about buying it, but I don't play as much as I used to. Joe, you asked, do you know how to reset icon size in Ubuntu Monterey all at once and maintain the size? But the default back on reboot. I have never done that, Joe, so I'm not sure. That should not be a problem. But off the top of my head, Joe, I'm sorry, I don't know. I don't. So they change on their own? That's interesting. It has to be something probably in the control settings, if I had to guess, in the system somewhere. Adobe supporting Linux soon. That's interesting. After 20 minutes of play. I remember Bad Wolf. They had some popular YouTubers, some kind of a first look test, first reaction to Alien Isolation. One of the girls, she's a host on one of the gaming shows or something. She was playing it, a bunch of others were playing it, and they freaked out. They completely freaked out. But that's good. That means the game is good, right? That means you got your what, $60 worth? Amine, hello, welcome aboard. Welcome to this another unscheduled live event. I guess I'm getting very good at this. But yeah, I was live history. I was talking about my very first MP3 player called the Samsung YEPP, Y-E-P-P. Then somebody mentioned gaming, so we're talking about gaming now for Linux. So welcome to the show. Great to have you here. Amine, what was your very first MP3 player? What's this, Windows? Yeah, doing this in Windows. If for the only reason with the Linux, there are no updated video drivers, so I have to my screen goes blank at random times. You guys don't see it, I do, and it's kind of annoying. I can live with it, but in Windows it works perfect. So, of course, you know that I dual boot, right? And also I can show Windows users, if you want to try Linux, you don't have to give up Windows if it doesn't work out. So, but hey, I use 60% Linux, 40% Windows. So, we were talking about gaming, and I agree completely what this says here. So, the future has the potential to be bright in Linux. Very first MP3 player was some kind of... I have that too, M&A. You missed it. It's the Samsung Fuse. Somebody asked what do I use. I use my smartphone. I use the Sansa Fuse. And I have a Microsoft Zune, the first generation, 30 gig that I purchased for 99 bucks, which isn't bad for a refurbished 30 gig player. But the YEPP I found today was just pretty much spring cleaning, and there it was, and I'm like, cool, maybe I'll talk about it tonight, so here I am. Let's see what else we got for Linux gaming. Best VPN for gaming. Interesting. Viper VPN. That has been mentioned before, I believe, on the channel. $9.95 monthly or $60 annually. That sounds reasonable. I'm just coming across this randomly. This is not necessarily a plug for this, but anyway. Used to have a Zune, and in your opinion, it was one of the Microsoft best products. Interesting. I'll have a video in the future, a live event, on why the Microsoft Zune failed. And I think one of the reasons why it failed, it tried to copy the iPod, but we already had an iPod. It didn't have the user-friendly features that I was looking for. And I'll explain that in the next live event. Bad Wolf, you lost your net. Oh no, well, you haven't missed much. I just came across this website here, the best VPN for gaming. It's Viper VPN. Anyway. But yeah, I thought the Zune was another, Microsoft Zune was another product that had the potential to be a great MP3 player, but they just kind of blew it. I think they stopped making it 5 years ago. Yeah. Let's see. Zoom was a brand. Digital media products by Microsoft. Let's see. And where did they get the name Zune from? Anyway, yeah. So it was discontinued in 2011. 2012. Oh, okay. All right. So there's your brief history of the Zune. Mine was the first generation, so it was fairly thick. But it felt like a quality product. But anyway, I'll give you my reasons in another live event on why it failed, and a lot of it was just common sense, ideas that should have been implemented in the Microsoft Zune, and it was just, for lack of a better word, it was just stupid. But those are my thoughts on the Zune. Mine still works. 30 gig or refurbished, and yeah, I just wish it had plug-and-play capability. I believe there's a hack for it, but you have to use the Zune software to sync it. And that's one of the unfriendly reasons why I didn't like it that much. And actually this one here is the one that I have. Looks like you can pick them up for less than $100 now for 30 gig. That's not bad if you need a player like that. Okay. Yeah, SanDisk makes them, but they're different looks and sizes altogether. An MP3 player for $1.50, really? Okay. A cheap MP3 player is the Simplicity Fashion MP3 Gear Best for $1.51. That price includes free shipping. Really? Boy, they really don't want that one, do they? I've heard of Gear Best. I have not shopped at Gear Best. Interesting. Surprisingly good. Wow. Plastic body, metal frame. Huh. Yeah, I mean, I would say it's probably junk, but hey, if it lasts a few months before it breaks, I guess it's worth it for $1.50, 51. Wow. Ooh, the most expensive model was $3.75. My goodness. Yeah, I will not be buying it, period. You know, I just thought of something. If you just want an MP3 player, why not buy a decent prepaid smartphone and just use that for an MP3 player? There are decent smartphones, 50, 60 bucks, right? Just use that for an MP3 player. I guess that's one way to do it. This reminds me of this cheap one. This reminds me of the Shuffle, I think Apple calls it. I don't think they make it. Yeah, the Shuffle. Yeah. But hey, if it works for $1.50, like I said, if it only lasts a few months, why not? Five tech products that became useless. We can all probably guess, right? After the arrival of smartphones, yeah. Yeah. Single-use cameras. I remember those. MP3 players, people still use them. Pager beeper? Oh, man. Yeah. Satellite navigation. I use mine sometimes, yeah. I think those are still popular. What do you think about GPSs? Yeah. Products that could be next. I don't know. Apple Watch. I do not have a smartwatch. Anyway. When you think about it, the smartphone has made a lot of things almost obsolete, right? The smartphone, phone, camera, video, recorder, audio recorder, note taker, GPS, the all-in-one tool. Yeah, is a smartphone. Tamagotchi. What is that, M&A? I'm not sure what that is. Bad Wolf. Take care, Bad Wolf. Yeah. Catch me on the next stream. Sure. Thank you. Have a good evening. Anyway. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I'll stay on too late tonight. Don't really have more than that topic of my Samsung YEPP. But we'll chat a little bit more. There was a Ubuntu Budgie review. There was a the latest. There was a podcast on the on Ubuntu Dumping Unity, the Ubuntu podcast. I'll take a listen to it, and I may do a live stream just on what the Canonical folks have to say, or some of the Ubuntu developers, see what their thoughts are on it. That might be interesting to listen to and, post your comments on. But that is definitely big news from Canonical. Budgie, play with this a little bit. I guess it's okay. Anyway. This is where the news broke on insights.ubuntu.com. I am awesome. What's up? Oh my god, I saw a live stream today and was so happy. Glad you're here. I'm happy to be here. If you are just joining in, this was an unscheduled live event. Live history. I was talking about my very first MP3 player called the Samsung YEPP. YEPP. Youthful, energetic, something person. I was spring cleaning and I thought to myself, I remember this little thing, cool. But that's why I'm here. So we're just looking at some news articles. We talked about gaming and stuff. So welcome back. I am awesome. Let's see here. Yeah, these live streams, I'm happy to do them. I've been doing these mainly at night. I've been thinking about doing these at different time zones for different people around the world. If you would like to support the channel and help me do more live streams and really get a bigger monitor. The small monitor doing live streams is a little rough. I posted it before, but I'll post it again. You can go to the Patreon page and you can help support the channel for as little as $1 a month. Yep, for real. It all adds up. Okay, so has Ubuntu Linux become boring? Well, maybe that's why they are getting rid of Unity. I don't know. Consider Linux as your go-to operating system. Well, that's interesting. Let's take a look. I have a question. How many of you guys use a desktop, or is it mainly mobile, portable, smartphone, tablet? Anybody use a desktop? The best advice: try a few different distributions and find what you are comfortable with. Very good advice. Totally agree. Installation. Yep. Liam uses a desktop. Okay. Do you also have laptops or tablets, Liam? M&A use a desktop and mainly laptop and phone. Yeah, okay. Desktop on a huge TV. Yeah, I am awesome. I have my Lenovo desktop, my dual-core desktop on my big 40-inch TV that sometimes I'll watch movies on. So, Gecko, you prefer desktop? Okay. Well, I mean, to catch up on your comments, on messages, news articles, news feeds, the phone does come in handy. Hello, Dagan. When I wake up in the morning, I wake up to NPR radio, catch the news, and I think they have a Tech Fridays or something. But I'll do that, and then I'll go to my phone and catch up on the latest news feeds, because obviously I'm not going to bring my desktop to my bedroom, to my bed. And sometimes I don't always have my tablets or tablet charged, so the phone comes in very handy. And for me, it's just a matter of convenience. But that's why I have a phone. Of course, for desktops, for doing live streams like this, editing videos. Of course, I'm not going to do it on a phone or on a tablet, but yeah. Liam, you don't have anything but a desktop, or use anything but a desktop. Okay. Yeah, somebody posted something. Is the desktop obsolete or dead? I don't think so. Not at all. I bet you a high percentage of YouTubers use a freaking desktop or a Mac or an iMac or something, right? Yeah. Anyway. HP, yeah. One of my first laptops was an HP. I am awesome, yeah. Yep, HP is very friendly to Linux. So are ThinkPads, Lenovo's. What do I have? Gateway. Yeah. That's right, Amine. The Dell XPS 13 and 15, yes. Yeah, I think they are selling exclusive Linux machines. What's the other company in the States? System 76, yeah. And speaking of Dell, Dell's new high-end all-in-one PC offers Ubuntu Linux or Red Hat. Well, that's interesting. Huh. You know what? Since we're talking about machines, let's go to Dell. We'll give Dell a plug, I guess. Dell 500S, okay. Let's type in Linux. Guys, I'll be right back. I ran out of I was drinking a bottled water and my mouth is still dry. Don't go away. I'll be right back, okay? Okay, I'm back. I just grabbed a orange Gatorade. Man, I feel like one big commercial machine tonight. I'm plugging Gatorade, ThinkPads, Dells. Anyway. So where were we? Ah, Linux machines, yeah. You're fixing a ThinkPad laptop. The model is SL500. It's from 2009, and I thought to put Ubuntu Mate on it. Why not, Dagan? Absolutely. I have two. No, I don't need help. Thank you, though. Live representative. Yeah, I would put Ubuntu Mate on it. Lightweight. It should work. We're looking for Dell Linux machines. Linux laptop. Here we go. Well, why are you giving me Windows? I typed in Linux. Let's try it again. Could run Windows before for its age. I've thought to do Linux. Just 2 gigs of RAM. Upgraded it. Oh yeah, with 4 gigs of RAM, Dagan, you'll be fine. I mean, Ubuntu Mate should run with 2 gigs of RAM. Should not be a problem. So yeah. So apparently Dell partners with Red Hat, SUSE, and Canonical. Okay. Dell and Ubuntu. Let's check that out. Yeah, I think Dell has done fairly well with Linux machines. XPS 13. Let's see what we got here. Just curious, just plugging this in, see what we got. Probably don't need 8 gig with Linux, but we'll just use 8 gig. We'll go 256. Since I have 2 external drives to save stuff. You bought an XPS 13 a while back with i5, 6 gigs of RAM, 1080p screen. Had an issue with they sent me another one. Oh, okay. i7, 16 and 4K. Cool. So there you have it. $7.99. Ubuntu LTS 16.04. Who's the other manufacturer? Machines? System 76, right? Anybody have System 76 machines? 8 gig of RAM with Linux. Only used more on my Ubuntu Mate running VMs, which is the only reason I upgraded to the 24. Okay. Actually, let's do this. Let's go to desktop, System 76. If I was to buy one, I really would not have use for another laptop. $4.99 for that one. My goodness, that looks like Mac Mini, right? Yeah. Holy cow, 2,300? Really? They sell them that high? I did not know that. Well, let's see here. Let's see what this looks like. Just out of curiosity. $16 more gigabytes. Yeah. Liam, you can never go wrong with more RAM, right? Yeah. That looks tiny. HDMI output, okay. 2 ports, USB. Alright, let's see what else we got here. Steam Media Center. Desktop has 24 gigs. Dagan, okay. Wow. Upgrade 32, okay. I don't know, guys. What do you think of this mini box here from System 76? i3 to i7, okay. Well, let's see what this runs. Just out of curiosity. We'll go with the LTS, I guess. The tall version to enable. Yeah, we'll go tall. Let's see. If I was to get one, I do lots of video rendering. Probably have to go 3.4 gigahertz. Memory, definitely a gig. I could probably get away with a 500 gigabyte. Additional storage, nah. Display, probably wouldn't need a display, but let's toss one in. For display, yeah, 27-inch. Speakers, don't need speakers, don't need that. Warranty, I guess 1 year is fine. Don't really need to, wow, $1,123 for that one. With what I plugged in. I don't know, is that worth it? I use VirtualBox occasionally, sure, to test Linux distros, yeah. With VirtualBox, obviously the more RAM you have, the better. No question. But that little box, yeah, $1,123. Yeah, from an i3 to an i7, I can just imagine. Yeah. Speed and gaming and rendering videos, absolutely. Yeah. Let's see what this looks like. Wild Dog Pro. That sounds like an alcoholic drink, doesn't it? i5s are the best value? Probably, Liam, yeah. I would say so, yeah. Up to 8 GB of dedicated NVIDIA graphics. Very good. Optional NVIDIA. Intel HD graphics looks like by default. Okay. Anyway, that's a quick look at System 76. Ashuri, welcome aboard! Long time no see. Actually made it to a live broadcast. Yeah, this is Unscheduled live event. You missed the beginning, but yeah, it was a little bit of history show tonight, Ashuri. I was talking about my very first MP3 player called a Samsung YEPP. YEPP. I was cleaning today, and there it was. It brought back some very good memories for me, Ashuri. But anyway, once this is over, you can just this will be uploaded on YouTube. I won't do it. I won't cut anything out, so you can play it back from the beginning and take a look at my very first MP3 player. So Depends on what you can do with your laptop. i7 is worth it if you do lots of transcoding or rendering. Yeah, I think anything with an i7 processor, sure. Yeah, the Samsung YEPP. When I got it, I think it was $200, and it held a whopping 64 megabytes of music. Now keep in mind this is 17 years ago. So yeah, yep, we all do use we use our phones. Absolutely, yeah. Anyway, yeah, this is what I have. This one here. Apparently it's still available on Amazon. Okay. From $69.99. What a bargain. System 76 seems a little pricey. Yeah, it seems to me. I mean, I'm sure they're fine units, but yeah. Anyway, you love System 76, but you can build one for nearly half the cost of what you just priced out. Yes, that is still true. That is true. PC part picker. Yeah, to price one. Still available on Amazon to support nostalgia. I get, you know, I should I should save mine because one day may be worth something, right? I don't know. Just like I should say, hold on to my Sony mini disc on Microsoft Zune, right? Just a thought. These are all the YEPPs. It was definitely a simpler time back then. But the iPod changed everything. I think the iPod saved Apple from going bankrupt. I think I read somewhere years ago. That's one ugly box of a computer. You mean the System 76? Yeah. Yeah, those iPods may be worth something years down the line. Yeah. October 2001, the first version of the iPod. And I think the iPhone was 2007, and it was $500 and up. I'm glad that you as a YouTuber never abandoned it. Thank you, Fidel. That's very kind of you. Very kind of you. No, as you guys know, I started this channel 2010. March of 2010. Just needed something to do in the wintertime, and here I am. So yeah, my very first podcast was with IG, Infinitely Galactic. Of course, he got married and moved on, and he does random videos. But I've had a lot of fun doing this, meeting you guys, and I hope to continue this in the future. I do need your help, so if you can help support the channel, that would be great. It's starting to get a little bit expensive. Yeah, and of course, with everything going on with YouTube, AdSense revenue it's not going to cut it anymore. So I hope you guys can stick with me. Thank you, Rayshri. Thank you kindly. Yeah, that's very nice of you. Wow. That is probably the nicest set of comments I have read in a long, long time. It is greatly appreciated. Man, you guys are going to make me cry. Thank you. Anyway. There is another terrific person I sometimes do podcasts with. Make sure you check out Stephanie Forian's YouTube channel. Moss says we'll stick with you. We got your back. Thank you. Greatly appreciated. Yeah, as long as you guys want me to keep doing this, I will gladly do these, and we can learn, be on a journey together. But yeah, check out my current podcast partner when she has the time. It's Stephanie Forian. She is a singer-songwriter, YouTuber, and she writes everything herself. So check it out. She is another awesome person. And one of these days, if I get a chance, we'll do a live show together where she's from originally, and that's up in Boston. So yeah. Spatry, I don't know, man. We spoke last fall, late summer. I lost track. As far as I know, he's still in Florida, and that's all that I know. So I don't know what's going on. Yeah, we started doing the news and nonsense shows. Now I do some of them with Stephanie, but yeah, I don't know. Looks like his last video was 7 months ago. I don't know. I wish I had more information. You are one of the few who are easy to listen to, just like Rob and Rocco. Yes, Joe, thank you. From Destination Linux. IG was a good kid to watch too. Yes. You need to stick around, Toss. We need good content providers. Thank you, Joe. Yeah, I've always believed in doing the right thing, and that means always being nice to people, no matter what their background, what they use. Negative or positive comments are always welcome. I don't appreciate and will not tolerate hateful comments. I've always spoken my mind. For the most part, I tried to be neutral. I was never a sellout. Meaning I didn't sell my opinions or sell my knowledge to corporations or sponsors just to make a fast buck. That's not who I am. But that being said, I'm still here, but I could use some help changing some of the subscribers to paid subscribers to the channel to keep this thing going after 7 years of doing this. Okay, I hate you, Toss, today. What did I say, Fidel? Or are you just being facetious? You're just playing. Okay, cool, man. We're cool. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I had a good time. Doing a news and nonsense. This is Rob from Destination Linux, and yeah, somebody in Canada stole. Somebody, let me pause. You're such a goof. Somebody in Canada stole a cell phone tower.
Yeah. I thought to myself, why not Tony Montana, man?
Tony Montana. That would be something.
Yes. Say hello to my little friend OS. Yeah, right.
There was a Hannah Montana OS, so I joked, why not Tony Montana, man?
Little friend. You see what I'm saying, man? Rob, here in Ohio, we have issue with cell phones.
Anyway, someone in Canada dismantled a cell phone tower. They stole it. So I guess if you're having trouble with cell phone coverage, you could just grab your own tower. I don't know, but anyway, that's yeah. How do you steal a cell phone tower? That is a very good question, A. Cherie. They took it, and here we are live. We are all on YouTube now. Reese, hello Reese. Wait, really? Someone stole a cell phone tower? Absolutely, Reese. This was a couple weeks ago as I was looking through the odd news. And as far as I know, the Canadian police, they were still searching for that stolen cell phone. Oh, wait. They took it to go roaming. Ha ha. Yeah. Somehow they dismantled it and it's gone. So I guess they will never ever have trouble with cell phone coverage again. Anyway. Yeah. Let's go back to the music. That was a lot of fun doing that news and nonsense with Rob. Don't they lock those batteries up with heavy-duty commercial door locks, or it explains why our tower has an electrified fence? Ew. Had the cell phone pun start. I couldn't help myself. I am awesome, yeah. Could not help myself. They took the cell phone tower, of course, to go roaming. Die. Someone tries to steal, they'll get a shock to my how stupid they really are. Yeah, sure. I would imagine a lot of those, yeah, off limits. I guess Canada is very laxical in their cell phone tower security. I'm not sure. Do you still keep up with Matthew Moore? Not lately. We did a few podcasts together. He's more of a car person. I mean, besides Linux, we did a few podcasts called Car Speak. I couldn't use Car Talk. That's already taken. But yeah, I hope to do a few more, podcasts with him talking cars. Sure, absolutely. I think Matthew is from Virginia, if I'm not mistaken. Don't forget to vote for this month's YouTuber of the month for the April. Last month's YouTuber is Epox Vox. He also has somewhat of a unique voice. I would love to have my own cell phone tower. You can get all the data you want. Interesting. So yeah, go ahead and vote for this month's YouTuber of the month, guys. Looks like we have a few comments here. Mobile Tech Review, that is a very good channel, yeah. You guys keep voting for me, thank you, greatly appreciated. Yeah, just help support the channel if you can. Thanks for all your votes. Can you still use ad blocker? Sure you can. Absolutely, I don't have a problem with that. Anyway. You missed the news and nonsense episodes you did with Spatcher. Metal was that Spatcher will come back someday. So that both you can continue. Yeah, they were a blast. One of my favorite news and nonsense was a headline. Let's see. Fire extinguisher factory burns down in Chicago. And I believe it was next to a fire station. How's that for a laugh? True. Very true. So yeah, go ahead and vote for this month's YouTuber of the month. What do we have here? Garden Tech, the fire extinguisher melted. Yeah, I guess so. Byte of Linux, switch to Linux. A couple mentioned switch to Linux. So yeah, one comment equals one vote for April's YouTuber of the month. This is how Stephanie Forian got discovered. I did take a look at Solus OX. That was by request. Yeah. I will take a look at Ubuntu GNOME again, since it is official for Ubuntu 16.04. Fidel, what kind of content do you have? Tom from Switch Linux is doing a great job. Cool. Doesn't work in VirtualBox? Okay. Solus does it. Chris Ware's channel. Decent channel. Of course, AJ Reisig. Anybody remember Nixie Pixel? Basketball games. Okay, I don't really follow basketball. Mainly football and baseball, Fidel. Let's see, Joe. Do you also listen to Jupiter Broadcasting? No, Chili just started his own show with last ending the Linux section. Listening soon. Still on JB though. All good. I am not, Joe. I'll be honest. Ever since Brian Lunduk left, I don't listen to it that much. I've seen Noah before. He's starting his own show. Okay, cool. Liam says, remember Nixie Pixel. I don't know what happened to her either. Yeah, I don't know. She moved quite a bit. She moved out west, was working out there with technology, and I don't know if she quit or got fired. She started a funding page, and I don't know. She seems like a cool gal, so... She was working for OMG Ubuntu. Okay. The Samsung Fire phone. Then they can tell people, don't worry, this is just a thing. Yeah, right. It's called Just Ask Noah. Okay. Call-in number. Okay. Okay, I guess it's not official yet on YouTube. Live questions. Okay, cool. Somebody mentioned Jupiter Broadcasting. Lunduk. Am I spelling it right? Yeah. Formerly of Lunduk, formerly of the Linux Action Show. And he does his thing here on YouTube. I guess today was Linux Thursday. But yeah, ever since Lunduk left the Linux Action Show, I don't watch it as much. Just personal preference. He's had some cool guests on. Juno Baking from Ubuntu. Discussing System 76. Looks like Richard Stallman. He's only done 3 shows so far, Joe. Yeah. Of course, Brian Lunduk, probably one of the premier voices for Linux, much more so than me, I would have to say. I loved his yearly. I think he stopped doing them. This might be the last year. His Linux sucks. Here it is. Linux sucks for the last time. These are always entertaining as far as Brian Lunduke's videos. So I give this 2 complete thumbs up. Enthusiastic thumbs up. Yeah.
You can create your own professional website. Choose from.
You love how I'm doing the background music in your live videos. I don't know how you're doing it, but I think it's awesome. Yes, it does add a nice touch. Thank you, Ashri. It's just music I've downloaded from the YouTube audio library. You know what? I'll show you here in a second. But yeah, for those of you who want a good laugh, check out Brian Lunduke. Linux sucks for the last time. I guess it's going to be quite a few views. 204,000 views. Why 551 dislikes? I'm going to toss in a like. I have to sign in. Okay, never mind. Yeah, check out this one here. It's he's been doing these 8 years, something like that. But the YouTube audio library, if you guys didn't know this, Noah's show is called Ask Noah. Okay. Well, let's see real quick. Okay. Well, that's to do with the Bible. Let's try. Here we go. Is this it here, Joe? Okay. Ask Noah, the community center show where you are the content. The Ask Noah is a weekly radio call-in show where we take your tech questions or business and tech live on the air. Let's see. The show airs Mondays at 4 Pacific time, 7 Eastern. He is from Grand Forks. It's a free call-in show. I think that's great to do a live call-in show. If I could ever raise enough money for the channel, enough of a budget, that would be so cool. Origins, the ultimate question, be nice to newbies. Yeah, no, I've been doing that for over 7 years. He's a smart man. Let me tell you, Joe. Be nice to newbies. Of course, you have to be nice to newbies. Yeah, Joe, I think I would like him. Yeah. Maybe one of these days I'll call into a show and you know, tell him that you guys sent me. Passion for Linux, cool. Looks like his latest one was April 17th. Okay. Direct download feeds, supported on Patreon. Okay. I might check this out tonight or tomorrow evening. Maybe one of these days I'll have t-shirts. So this is the last year for the Linux Action Show, right? $11 years, okay, Joe. In fact, might as well download this and I'll listen to it maybe tomorrow evening, or yeah, or maybe later if I stay up. I'll take a listen. Thanks for the tip. T-shirt will say, "Don't text and drive." Then picture of a car running another car off the road below. I hope not. Yeah. Okay. Linux Unplugged. I think one of those shows, Joe, is just audio only. Also, if I recall. Good night, Amine. Thank you for joining in. This is the Ubuntu podcast website. These guys have been doing it for quite a few years. I've spoken before with Alan Pope and Martin of Ubuntu and Martin Wimpress, Ubuntu Mate developer, great guys. But yeah, you may want to take a listen to this. I will. And I may do a live event where they talk about the ending of Unity and see what they have to say. Yeah, it is a cute kitty cat. Not sure what that has to do with Ubuntu, but it doesn't matter. It's a pretty kitty cat. Growing Ubuntu for the cloud and IoT rather than the phone and convergence. Yes. The first meeting between Ubuntu GNOME team and Ubuntu Desktop took place. Very good. And yeah, this should be a very interesting podcast. I guess they like their animals. Anyway, so yeah, check out ubuntupodcast.org. Clickbait. I know, Joe, but hey, as long as it's a cute kitty cat, I'm cool with the bait. Okay, not a problem. One of your cats just died. Oh. Yeah, I lost 2 cats. Yeah, way back, so I know the feeling. Puppy Linux after puppies. Yes. Absolutely. So Ubuntu Podcast is a good podcast. I mentioned in the past mintcast.org. Take a listen to that. These guys have been doing it for a while. Tom from Switzerland has a kitty cam. Maybe I should have more kitty cams. You have 3 kitties? Wow. That's cool. So it looks like the next live Mintcast is April 30th, and I think they do a live stream on YouTube. So check it out. Yuba Sin, hello. Thank you for joining me this evening. May I ask, Yuba, where are you from? Awesome. Yeah, Yuba, I started the show, Unscheduled live event. I was talking about a little bit of history. My very first MP3 player, which was a Samsung YEPP, YEPP, that I got 17 years ago. It was $200, and it held a whopping 64 megabytes of memory. Morocco, cool. Morocco, Yuba, didn't they film the movie Gladiator over there in the Colosseum scenes? I think it was Morocco, if I recall. Classic movie by Ridley Scott. Wow, we have an international cast tonight. Very good. Predominantly Cat Nation, rather. I don't know. I am awesome. I'm just going by what I see. Yeah. Everybody say hello to Yuba Sim from Morocco. Excellent. Let's not start that now. Meow. Yes, I love animals. Yes, I do. Anyway, I was talking about podcasts. So Mintcast, Ubuntu Podcast, and is there anything else I listen to? Predominantly those two. What's the other one? Late Night Linux. They had Destination Linux. Woof woof. Yeah, Late Night Linux. So So this is something that's fairly new. You may want to take a listen to this. Linux After Dark. Looks like it's every 2 weeks. Expect drinking, swearing, strong opinions, and Ike being told to shut up about Solus OS. Okay. Ike is the founder of Solus. Okay. And Sunday Morning Linux. I believe this is based out of the States. Let's see. By the way, Toss, it would be really nice if Stephanie did another live Yeah, it would be awesome. She's busy creating her latest music. She's still in Munich. I've been doing my darndest spreading the word here in the States on YouTube and trying to get her back in the States so she can tour the States versus her playing in Munich. Haven't been able to find a promoter for her yet, but she's a great American gal and she deserves the best. Hopefully one of these days she'll catch a break, but Ashuri, yes, she is awesome gal. Anyway, Unity for Unity. So yeah, Sunday Morning Linux review. Yeah, Ashri, I think she's got it all, man. In fact, you know, since we're talking about cats and music, she has a cat. Yeah, this is from this is what Ashri is talking about from March, and yeah, Studio Cat. Yeah. In fact, let me do this. Yes, catch her on the Monday Music Minutes. Yeah, she uses. Let me go pause this here. She uses exclusively Mac products. Evidently, she uses specific software to create her music, and she found that everything works best with a Mac machine. She's tried Windows. She had more issues with Windows. Of course, with what she does, really writing music or thoughts about music ideas 7 days a week, she really does not have time to learn about Linux. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. We yeah, she performed 3 songs that was not expecting it. Logic Pro X is Apple's music software. It is only for Mac. She uses oh shoot, she told me, I can't remember. She has something called a Lindstrom device. She uses specific microphones. She's been using a couple MacBook Pro and a widescreen TV. And some other stuff. I did a Mac Talk podcast with her where she talked more about what she uses, which, you know, makes sense for a music artist like her. I felt super lucky to have been able to view that podcast live because I got to hear those lovely songs. Comment says, yeah, it was very nice. Linstrument. That's right. Thank you, Ashuri. Yes. Let me see if I can get Since we're talking about awesome people, we're talking about Stephanie here on YouTube. Let's see if I can get to that song that she debuted for us. A world debut. It's here somewhere. If you guys would like to hear it, oh, there it is. Okay, okay. If you guys want to hear this, let me crank it up. And
Would you guys like to hear Stephanie do a little acapella piece? She's got a great vocal range. I agree, H3.
I'm guessing she probably does not have an MP3 player, if I had to guess, right?
I will try it, and I will look at, well, yeah, because I can see you the whole time. So if I start buffering, just give me a signal.
So if you guys don't know who Stephanie is,
Good.
Okay, the stage.
here we go.
Okay.
I got no letter, and I got no phone call, but I know that you are gone. You won't come around no more. I know you. I pour you a cup of tea, though I know it will grow cold. But I take it to me, so your warmth stays here by me. Oh, I got no letter, and I got no phone call, but I know that you are gone. You won't come around no more. I know you.
Well, that's yeah, that was Stephanie. So another great talent here on YouTube, and hopefully one day around the world. Getting lucky once again. I'm watching a live broadcast over a live. Yeah, well, yeah, that's who I am, man. I'm unusual, an unusual talent. I am awesome. Don't mean to curse, but damn. Oh, I'm sure she will appreciate it. Yeah, she is beautifully gifted. She has not, I told her she has the $1 million voice without the $1 million. And I hope it's just a matter of time. Yes, Ashri, she did 2 more. If you guys want to hear it, I'll play it. I don't want to make this a music show, but I think she played a couple after this one, so yeah.
H3 says, great song, great lyrics, loved it.
Yeah, The Sweet Insomnia was the single, yes.
Is that something new, or just that was...
You know, Stephanie's going to freak out when she sees this. in a good way.
Fidel says, good. No, Arnold. It was better than good. Come on. Give it up.
Hey, I'll take what I can get.
Everybody just type clap and then think, I know you're doing this, right, guys?
Let's see here.
So go to Stephanie, that direct link. I just typed in stephanieforian.com, but it's stephanieforian.bandcamp.com.
It's the stephanieforian.com is my homepage,
Okay.
and the stephanieforian.bandcamp.com is the direct link to buy the music.
So check her out on YouTube, of course, stephanieforian.bandcamp.com. The new project is called The Living Album, and she's going to take your input on which songs to put on the album. So there you go. She's letting you choose.
stephanieforian.bandcamp. All right, guys. I believe with Bandcamp,
Stephanie loves her fans. She will be okay. Trust me.
Yep.
I hope so. I hope so, Ashri. She deserves it. Yeah. She's a great gal.
So a booking agent contacted
But that's
me
the website,
yesterday.
stephanieforian.bandcamp.com.
I don't know, but at least it's a conversation.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So yeah, Dr. 66, she might be coming to the
This was a second video podcast I think I did with her. The first one was not live, it was recorded. We had done a few podcasts before, so, and she's actually pretty good on the news and nonsense. I mean, not bad at all.
No, man. I have since last year, I've thrown you so many 99 darts may not work, but just that one might. We just have to.
Yeah.
I know how this works.
I'll tell you what. Let's do this.
Hey, sure he says.
Let's play the song that she played for me.
Is
My
the
favorite,
Honor Phantom.
one of my favorite songs.
My closet right now, but I keep that one packed.
The power of music through such an amazing voice takes all the bad things in the world away. I agree, Joe. One of the songs she wrote,
You already subscribed. Good. You just have another.
she wrote a song called "Dream On" about world peace.
Little steps. Little steps. Share her channel.
yeah.
Tell everybody. And
She needs to improve her taking us all out at the end. I get a kick when she's always short and sweet. Yeah, the Monday Music Minutes are just a brief glimpse into the life of an artist, a struggling artist or an unknown artist.
That's 11:30. Yeah.
Let me see here.
the stage is yours.
Okay, this is what she played for me. It's called Jessica. It's one of my favorites. Now, she had to play this quiet because it was quiet time in Germany. But when she belts this out in full range, oh my God.
For you.
I have written so many letters, my hands bled. I am tired of worshiping past at your feet tread. You have shut the door tightly, locked it and swallowed the key. And even though I am 5,000 miles away, I can see bridges burning. It was 10 years ago, exactly today, that you took 3 years of hard work and just threw them away. And though I really can't say that I'm constantly suffering, now and then I can feel the knife deep in my back when it's twisting. Jessica, you took the side of the bad guy, got taken in by the evil grin of the vampire. Never asked me why. You never called to say goodbye. You don't answer me when I write. Don't even try. You took the wrong side. There have been too many cases for me to count, where you left me feeling down and out. Do you remember the day we hit the fork in the road, and you left me standing alone in the freezing cold? Jessica, you took the side of the bad guy, got taken in by the evil grin of the vampire. Never asked me why. You never called to say goodbye. You don't answer me when I write. Don't even try. You took the wrong side. Now I'm on the other side of the ocean, vaguely aware of the plans set in motion. No matter the number of wives laid, you won't call back because you don't think I've paid. It's hard to sing quietly.
I have to, I'm going to jump in here because that last part there where she's trying to sing loud, she can't. In Germany, guys, they have quiet laws at night and on Sundays. During certain times of the week, you cannot be loud in your apartment. You can't sing loud, you can't scream, you cannot yell at your spouse, you can't yell. They have quiet laws, so yeah. I guess they love their technology, but no screaming on Sundays. And this song, if you search Stephanie Forian, the song Jessica, the way it's meant to be sung, even Adele would go, wow, dang. But overall, considering she did a quiet version of this song with just a string guitar, I thought she was awesome. A voice like hers makes you forget about the bad things in the world, and she takes you on a new magical world. Yeah. powerful, real. It's about her life and everything. I agree, Aishri, 100%. Absolutely. The voice of Stephanie Forian. Beautiful.
Well, I think the sun just melted.
Anyway, if you guys like this, make sure you send Stephanie a note on her YouTube channel. I'm sure she will appreciate it. She's been very, very busy lately. 7 days a week. She says she gets up at 8 in the morning and she's not done till the next morning, next day. So, yeah, she deserves the best. Anyway. Let's see, Joe. There is another artist with the same name I love, and I think you would like her YouTube channel. Stephanie Valentine Art. Okay, I may check it out. Valentine Art. Okay. Okay, we're going on hour 2 already with this show. But let me do this real quick. Yeah, she does a couple versions of that song, Jessica. So both of these are, she doesn't have to be quiet in these versions. Very powerful song. But yeah, check it out. She used to be part of a band called Ruby Ruff over in Europe. The Making of Sweet Insomnia. She did a couple of promo spots for some kind of mixing machine. And with a Danish friend named Fred. Anyway, check it out. Wayland, that's, yeah, will be the display server as default. They have dropped Mir. That was one thing I wanted to mention. Here we go with the cats again. Oh my goodness, why not? Subscribe to her when I saw her. Very good, Joe. Yeah. Very good, yeah. She posted those 2 new songs, Joe, on the stephanieforian.bandcamp.com. They're not the final versions. They are free to download now, I believe. But you can, maybe donate $1 or $2 just to let her know that she's doing a great job, if you can. But yeah, she has, I believe, on a hard drive somewhere, I think she said 250 songs, and she's gonna pick 10 to put on the next album. I mean, what a gift! She says the songs just come out of her. So yeah, thumbs up, yeah. But if you want to know more about some of the technology, yeah, check out the Mac Talks I did with her. Beware of the attack of the cat. They are nocturnal, don't you know? Yes, they are nocturnal. Oh yeah, I learned that a long time ago. Fear Sweet Insomnia won't be the same. Yeah, Sweet Insomnia was written at the last minute. Yeah, check out Mac Talk 1 and 2. We basically just talked about why she uses Mac. In the second one, we answered a few viewer questions. Let me turn this down here. We answered 3 viewer questions that she was asked to answer. We talked about Congress and Darth Vader in this one, yeah. We have to get Stephanie switched to Linux eventually. She doesn't have the time, Joe. Maybe one day after she's famous, right? Yeah. How happy do you guys get when it's time to get a new computer or phone? I guess a little bit excited. Uh, yeah. Yeah, so these are the questions she answered. These were asked by you guys. What does Stephanie think about malware? Uh, she compared Windows to OS X, and she spoke about streaming services. So that was Mac Talk 2. We have not done a Mac Talk 3. If you have specific questions about Macs or for her, an artist using Mac, post your questions, and maybe we'll do a Mac Talk 3 live. She said she would be up to it. Yeah. Yeah, Spotify, Deezer. Her music is on those streaming services. I believe each time a song of hers is played on those services, she gets like a few pennies here and there. So just to let you guys know, I do use Spotify. Ubuntu Studio. Maybe. I think because she's gotten so comfortable using Mac, and it does exactly for what she needs to get done, Joe. So I think that's the reason why. Yeah. You get excited like Christmas when you get new stuff. Yeah. You bought a top-of-the-line walk-behind mower with self-propelled electric start. Okay. I have a couple of cordless lawnmowers, Achery. Yeah, no gas, no loud muffler, no changing the oil, no air filter, no fumes. Just plug the battery in overnight, like I plug in my cell phone, hit the start button, and I'm good to go. But yeah, nowadays, many choices. Yeah, that's all that matters. She needs to be productive. I totally agree, Joe. Yeah. You mow 8 yards? Holy cow. Yeah, they don't make batteries big enough, Achery, to mow 8 yards. That's a lot of mowing. Yeah, I have 2, and that usually, you know, 2 of those on a full charge or close to full charge is all that I need. Yeah, you need gas. Totally agree. I think there was a video a long time ago of a autopilot, some kind of autopilot type auto drive mower ran by Linux. If you do a search on YouTube, I think someone posted it. I'm not sure if I would trust it, especially with that blade. Yeah. Radio. Yeah, Joe, I do. I use Radio Tray to play music stations. Yeah, it is a cool little app for Linux. Absolutely. Humidifier. Yeah, in the wintertime, it definitely helps. Is it me, or is it very hard to use Ubuntu on a 40-inch TV? I'm not sure what you mean. I am awesome. Auto mower run by Linux. Yeah. Just if it has a bug, run away. I don't think you'd have a problem with Ubuntu Mate in a large screen. I guess it all comes down to, are there comparable graphics cards and graphics drivers? I suppose. I'm not sure. "4K TV won't have an issue on Linux." Oh, okay. Speaking of TVs, have you seen OLED TVs? these things look freaking awesome. I saw some of these at Best Buy. I mean, they're beautiful. Kind of pricey, but these things are beautiful. For example, when you have a desktop like a Ubuntu, it has the panel on the bottom, making it easier to use, at least for me. Well, you can move the panel in Ubuntu Mate top bottom. I usually like it at the top, but sometimes at the bottom. But yeah, Ubuntu Mate is completely customizable. So yeah, of course, Lubuntu with an L is a lot faster, or maybe a little faster. Been hearing about those. They are very expensive. The screens, it's, from what I saw, Asheri, the colors, the black, the crisp, it is a step above, and you can see it when they compare the two. Samsung's best one is called Quantum Dot technology. It's very good, very good. But the OLED, you can tell it is a step above, from what my eyes tell me. Yeah. You have a GTX 760 4GB card, use NVIDIA proprietary drivers. It helps with multi-monitor specific settings. Okay, cool. Yeah, generally speaking, I would say, at least in the past for me, I've had better luck with NVIDIA and Intel versus AMD. Generally speaking, not always. But getting back to OLEDs, yeah, if you haven't seen them, check them out. They're awesome. Why do people like Ubuntu Mate so much lately? Everyone is raving. Yeah, you know, with all the distros out there and the way to customize Linux and make it look super slick and flashy and all that, there's something to be said about simple, meaning it just works out of the box without the jazz and the flash, and that's why I think people are raving on it. So yeah, looks like Sony will offer its first OLED TV, world's first acoustic surface technology. Okay, whatever that means. Yeah, do you remember Sony Trinitron TVs? Yeah. If there's anybody watching this late, this is hour 2 of the Total OS Today Unscheduled live event, where I compared, or I showed you, my very first Samsung YEPP MP3 player, my very first MP3 player. I still have it. And if I can clean out the battery contacts where the battery leaked, I might get it to work. But 17 years ago is when I got this thing for $200 and 64 megabytes of RAM. Hey, that's what it was back then, before the iPod days. Mate is very polished. I agree, Joe. Totally. Yeah, and the one below it is Quantum Dot by Samsung. Polished, it works perfectly, no real flaws. That's why it's awesome. I agree, Liam, 100%. It just works. I've always liked the Mate desktop for its simplicity. You know, no matter how many, you know, guys like me, no matter how many distros we test, we try, we praise, we don't praise, we always keep going back to the ones that work without all the necessary flash, because we want to get the video done, get it done now, and then move on to the next one. And I think for a lot of people, a lot of professional YouTubers, meaning those who have, you know, hundreds of subscribers, millions of subscribers, they use Mac because they want to use the very best, and they just want to get their videos done, and that's it. They don't want to solve puzzles with Linux. I totally agree. Vinegar to clean up corrosion, blood on it. Yeah. I may try that tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely agree. You remember Trinitron monitors. Very good, Asheri, yeah. Sony used to be the king of TVs, but not anymore. I don't know what happened to Sony. But what was I saying? Yeah, quantum dot. These are going to run substantially less money, and they're pretty sharp too. Just not quite as high end as OLEDs. Shadow 7, hello. Wire brush, touch of solder to rebuild what corroded. Yeah, the spot where the battery lays, it's very, very tiny. So I think the Q-tip with vinegar might do the trick. I suppose I could take this apart. I'm looking at the YEPP now, but yeah, I think the Q-tip or even a little bit of WD-40 on the Q-tip might work, but the vinegar will probably work. Thanks for the tip there. Yeah. Yeah, Joe. KDE in general, Kubuntu tends to be a little bit resource heavy. I totally agree. Anyway, quantum dots. One thing I despise in smartphones: battery life. Technology. There was a show on PBS about the next generation batteries. It was interesting. Let's see what we have here. Smartphone battery myths that need to die. That's interesting. USA Today. Smartphone batteries are made to last forever. Let's go back to the music I was playing, right? Let's see. Lithium-ion batteries, most smartphones are expected to maintain at least 80% of their capacity, 300 to 500 full-time charge cycles. Sounds about right. It doesn't matter when or how long your battery, how long you charge your smartphone battery. Let's see. If you don't use smartphone, upgrade every 10 minutes. But if you want it to be at its, never run a battery to zero. I would say that's true when it comes to batteries or lithium, yeah. It's terrible to let your phone die. Let's see here. We just told you not to make it a habit, but if you want your battery to stretch its legs a bit every now and then, it's okay to let it run a full charge cycle, let it die back up to 100%. I think they all fade away after a while, yeah. But battery life, yeah, batteries haven't changed the last 20, 25 years. They're all, Purdue Extol. Let me see what this Purdue technology. Alright, looks like some news here about battery testing. "24-hour standby, 8 hours continuous use." That depends on the phone. Yeah. Yeah, Asheri, battery size is part of it, sure. My HTC One Max does have a larger battery, so of course it would hold more fuel, yeah. I have to look it up, but I printed something out, I think it was last year, on the next generation batteries and what scientists are working on. There was something that someone had an idea saying, why not have the actual touchscreen itself as a source or as a way to recharge the battery, like one big solar cell? Interesting. But yeah. Okay, it is 11:14 p.m. So I think I'll end this at 11:30, guys. How does that sound? We are over 2 hours. Wow, thank you for another fun live event on short notice. I've heard the Samsung Galaxy 8 is a terrific phone. Battery doesn't mean squat if the OS is not efficient enough. Yes, you are absolutely correct. But I believe today the efficiency, the quality of the OSs is probably where it should be for the most part. The battery technology has not caught up, in my opinion, with the quality of the OS, at least from what I've seen. But that's true. Yes, it has to be a partnership, a marriage between the OS and the battery. But batteries really have not changed that much in over 20, 25 years, in my opinion. Every single distro has something that lacks somewhere. That's why it would be nice if there were only one or two really good distros with pooled. Yeah, this has to go back to focus. Yeah. World's largest lithium-ion battery storage. Yeah, this you could probably get a few days smartphone charge out of this battery. Oh my God, look at that! Wow, that's big. In San Diego, okay. Interesting. Thank you, Ashri. Hope to do more of these at different time zones. So I'll post the Patreon link again. So if you guys can support the channel, that would be awesome. Longer lasting batteries are almost here. Yeah, well, I haven't seen them yet. So battery technology goes back to the current state, 1991, yeah. Not impossible to imagine lithium ion that doubles the performance of what we use today. Okay. Isn't that the factory bomb? I hope not. A solid lead. Yeah. I'm waiting for the super battery. Have not seen it yet, guys. So yeah. Have you guys seen the Samsung's foldable smartphone? Interesting. First head transplant attempted. Ugh. Check it out. a foldable smartphone. It was there, anyway. Alright, let's get out of that. Interesting, though. Foldable smartphone. Comp is, yeah. You like a cube? And jazz up your desktop? Why not? You have a 16,000 mAh battery. Charge its battery itself, of course, hooked to a tablet. Yeah, okay, sure. Yes, it does add effects, yeah. Let's see what's the latest news for Windows 10. Microsoft will release major updates to Windows 10 every March. Okay. Twice yearly cycle. Okay. Alright. How can I fix my PC when Windows 10 won't boot? Ew. Windows 10 moves on from fighting Android. Not sure why there would be a fight. Flip phones, yay! Halo Wars. Halo Wars 2 is pretty good. I haven't played it. Someone posted some videos on Halo Wars. Looks pretty cool. You have an i5 with 24 gigabytes of RAM. Man, I shouldn't have any problem with Compiz special effects, desktop effects. Flip phones cringe. Well, you know, my mom's got a simple flip phone, so for her it's perfect. What can I say? It's official. Everyone hates the iPhone 8 design that just leaked. Okay. HTC teases squeezable U smartphone. What the heck is that? Yeah. Shadow 7. One of my relatives has poor eyesight and he needs a big button flip phone with, you know, big buttons. So no, there is definitely a need for it. Absolutely. What the heck is a squeezable? Okay, I'll bite HTC. Save the date, March 16, 2017. A squeezable. Exactly why you want to squeeze it though is unclear. Unless the squeezing performs a function to turn it on or off, maybe? I don't know. I do not know, but that's interesting. I sometimes say HTC stands for help this company. But anyway. The jitterbug. I don't have to. I am Austin. I went to look at it with my cousin with the poor eyesight. That thing is a huge. And he almost bought it, except it's not. It doesn't work on Verizon's network. But yeah, no, it's nice. It's huge. It would have been perfect for him, but it will not. As far as I know, it's not made for Verizon. About 5 more minutes, guys. We'll wrap it up. Just looking at some oddball news. I think has one that lets you plug in an old ground line phone. Oh? Okay. A Florida judge teaches yoga on courthouse lawn. Huh. Well, there's a headline you just don't see every day. Why not? Judge yoga. Professor sues Walmart over clean toilets description. So, a professor is suing Walmart for libel. Says an employee at the store lists his occupation officially as a toilet cleaner. Okay. Joe, it's 10:26 where you're at. Well, you are in Central Time, Joe. I'm in Eastern. Another hour. I don't think I can hang on for another hour and 40 minutes. I know you guys want me to, but I've been doing this 2.5 hours. Yeah. I am in Ohio, Joe. It is 11:27. I'm not lying. Police impersonator pulls over officer needs real lawyer. Duh. I can't, I don't make this stuff, when I do the news and nonsense, this is stuff, how could I make this up? Joe says, okay, all right, cool. You're just trying to keep me on longer. Mideast Airlines troll United. You guys know what happened on United Airlines, right? Should I click that? Let's see, where was I? Right time, it's about 8. Okay, I am awesome. Let's see what this headline is. Let's see here. Dubai-based Emirates released an ad after video went viral of a United passenger being forcefully removed. Fly the friendly skies, this time for real. Royal Jordanian tweeted a no smoking picture that says drags on our flights are strictly prohibited by passengers and crew. Yeah, Joe, they will beat you every time. Yeah. Qatar Airways is getting in on the gag too. An update Wednesday for its iPhone app says it doesn't support drag and drop. We take care of our customers as we unite them with their destinations. Ouch. Oh, my goodness. United. What were you thinking? Ugh. I guess the flight was overbooked, and I guess they do, because there's a certain amount that don't show up or cancel, but God, you know, really? Look, if I'm on that flight and somebody says, sir, we'll give you $1,000, no problem. You know, I was going to do a live show in Florida, but they can wait. For $1,000, I can buy my new widescreen monitor, right? Just don't drag me into this. Ha ha. Anyway, yeah, I mean, I laugh, but I guess that gentleman, that doctor, teeth problem, lost a tooth, and yeah, it's I always say, never underestimate the power of stupidity, and some companies prove it. Yeah, Joe, they were making room for employees, and that's fine, but man, a little bit of common sense. It's only 1,000 airline credit. Shadow, I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. I think if they'll, well, I guess they can pay for a room. Yes, I am back at it with the pun. Look, if it's between giving me cash or potentially throwing me out, dragging me with smartphone cameras everywhere, they're gonna say, sir, please just take the cash and shut up. I would take it. Yeah. I mean, unless I absolutely had to be to my destination. But that's just me. I got a feeling, Shadow 7, with this video gone viral, as it were, I think the credits and or the cash will be substantially more. Because it's very bad PR. I believe United lost $1 billion worth of stock or whatever. It's bad for business. It's stupid. You had to buy your brother a ticket to California to use it. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know why they went through that. It was totally unnecessary. But if you search YouTube or the web, there are a lot of memes. In fact, let's have a little fun. I'm going to wrap this up. It's 11:30. If they'll load. Coffee, tea, or a savage beating? United Airlines travel pillows. Oh my God. Oh. Watch, I get a call. I will get a call from United going, hey. Yeah. That's the gentleman. Not funny. Not at all. Fight or flight? Oh my. A deck of cards are decked out, yeah. If we need the seating, you'll get a beating. Our extra reclining seats. That's a stretcher. Fight Club. But oh my goodness. Anyway. All right. Last call, a few more minutes, guys, and I'm going to go to bed. Thank you for all of you for joining tonight. If you joined in late, this was originally a unscheduled historical live event of my first MP3 player called the Samsung YEPP. Was cleaning today, and there it was. It brought back some memories 17 years ago. It ran $200, and it held 64 megabytes of RAM. Ooh. And this is some of the music I downloaded from the YouTube audio library from the 126ers. Check it out. Anything else, guys? Okay, I think I'll call it a night. Sweet dreams. Thank you for joining me. Don't know when I'll do the next live one. I might be on tomorrow night with Big Daddy Linux from Destination Linux, but I think he said he would not be home until late, like 11:30 p.m. Eastern, but there is a possibility we might be on tomorrow night, so you may want to look for it on his channel. If we do it, I do not know what the topic is going to be, but if we're on, check it out. And that's it for this evening. So thank you once again for joining me. Thank you, Joe. Yes, it was fun. Thanks to all of you who have joined in lately or followed the channel over, wow, it's been over 7 years. Awesome. So if you can, consider supporting the channel through Patreon or PayPal. It would be greatly appreciated. And that's it. I'll if you have any topics or suggestions for the channel, let me know. Okay, guys, I am out of here. You have a good one, okay? All of you. Take care. And yes, please don't text and drive. Bye-bye.